welcome to Mish Mosh Soup. This is Melissa B, and once again in studio I have Franklin, aka the Classy Queer.
Hey there.
Hi, Franklin.
Hello.
Hi. So, shall we get into the soup?
We shall. Let's see what's on the topic today.
So, how has your week ended?
Oh, okay, because it is a Friday. TGIF. Woo!
Yay!
Bring out your champagne.
And maracas.
A good book, a good TV show, maybe some video games, and just relax. Saturday.
Oh, my God.
Oh, but then again, I do work on Sunday, so I gotta enjoy today and tomorrow as much as I can.
His little side hustle on Sunday.
Yeah, over at Old Tub, but...
Yes.
My week has been great. Actually, today I got some pretty good news from Brian, my loan officer, and from my realtor. So the survey company that I purchased a survey from, they went ahead and they finally got the report done for my property.
Ooh.
So I actually have like the blueprints and the layout of like my place, my lot. So I went ahead and I forwarded that over to my loan officer. He was like, oh, this is great. We're going to be able to use this. And also your appraisal was done. We're just waiting for the report. And basically that's the last thing that we need to move forward to basically have key in hand. So we're hoping for the 28th as like the last day, but we're shooting for even earlier than that.
So that you can sign the papers?
Yeah, so basically we can just finalize, because everything's been sent over to underwriting. They're just waiting on that last appraisal report. That way they can approve it, and then I can have me sign the paperwork. That way it's a done deal, and then I have keys in hand. And so, yeah, we're just basically waiting for that. And the 28th is what is like the deadline, so we're trying to beat that.
Ooh, and then you can pop that champagne cork.
Like, I literally have a video that I took when I went there, and I recorded myself walking through the house, and I have been playing it every single day.
It's a beautiful house. I have to admit. And Penny's gonna love it. And it's
for a first home. For a first home.
You got lucky.
Yeah, I got I want to say I got a pretty good deal, and I got a really good house. So
a good solid house with good bones.
Yes, good foundation. I actually had the whole home inspection done too. That report came in. Everything was pretty much good except for a couple of cosmetic things, but nothing that will cost me like $50 to like fix.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Yes. Well, and I mean, I can't wait.
How was your week?
Oh, gosh. It was just one of them long...
Wait, you had a birthday.
Oh, don't even. I don't even.
I already wished you happy birthday, but again, on podcast, I want to make it official. Happy birthday, Mom. We love you. Me and Lee love you, and everyone here just wishes you the best years to come.
Thank you. Oh, I'm over half a century old, so yes. Let me tell you, I've been...
Or half a century young.
Oh, I always tell people I'm 29, the sequel.
I'm going to use that one, too.
Yeah, so that way when you turn 30, you could say, I'm 29, the sequel.
Mm-hmm. Make sure you get that prostate exam.
Remember, I had the mammogram, so yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, so
I got to get the prostate exam.
It's something that's very important for y'all men. I do know that for sure. So, but no, other than that, I'm excited to about what we're going to talk about today because it's you're younger, younger generation, and so I know that you weren't all into these trends.
Well, obviously, because we were growing up.
Yeah, you were growing up. You were still young, but even I was like, "What? This is a trend?" I mean, I've heard of some of them, but let me. I was actually watching a YouTuber that I watch named Clayton Morris, and he does.
I think I've heard of.
He does Morning Invest, and he mentioned, because he has these little random, news articles that he does, or he kind of peppers his show in with these just random bits of news. And yeah, we've all heard of the gender reveal trend, right?
Oh yeah. I have definitely heard of them. I've seen videos of them. You see them everywhere, yeah.
I know. I mean, it was a thing when I was pregnant with y'all to have, the whole
Baby shower. Well, I knew of baby showers.
Baby shower, and that was it.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't make it a big deal to. Is it a boy or a girl? I mean, it was just I remember when you didn't even know what you were having, and then of course technology and ultrasound, and
they were able to see. Oh, in the ultrasound, look at he has a little wee wee.
With you. Doctor was saying I can't tell. I mean, he's got his legs closed, and we tried with you.
I was like, no, that's my no spot.
But your brother, like his legs were all
spread
open.
eagle.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! And to this day, he's still that way.
Be nice.
I'm not being mean. I'm just telling the truth.
No, but yeah, this whole gender reveal trend started back in 2008 by a blogger named Jenna Carvinitis. And actually, she's been lately kind of coming out on her blog and I guess whatever social platform she has. And
is she a Gwyneth Paltrow type?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And,
Bejazzle your vagina.
Oh, God.
My vagina speaks to me in tongues.
I was mortified when I saw that show that she did. I was like, "What? Are you serious?"
See, that's a whole other thing. I like Gwyneth Paltrow, but like some of this, her whole business model is like something else. She sells a dream, and
she's got too much of that Kool-Aid,
So basically, going back to what you were saying about this blogger type, though.
Oh, yeah. Was it Jenna? Yeah. She actually, what happened was this guy named Dennis Dickey, who was an off-duty patrol officer.
Yeah.
Border patrol officer, actually. He actually started a blaze.
What?
In Arizona that destroyed 47,000 acres of forest.
What?
Because what he was doing was he had built this rectangular target. It was supposed to be part of this elaborate gender reveal stunt.
Yeah.
And this target was going to be hit with these like explosive arrows, and it was going to release whatever color smoke was, to indicate if it was a boy or girl. And the smoke, what happened, sent sparks flying into, you can imagine, it is dry in Arizona. I mean, it ain't no lush rainforest.
Yeah, like Arizona, that whole state's thirsty as fuck. Give that girl some water. She thirsty. Give her some milk.
You gotta smooth those cracks, right?
And there's cracks. That whole state is cracks.
So what happened was the Department of Justice, he literally was fined and made to pay $8 million in restitution, with the initial payment, according to the Department of Justice, being $100,000. That's some nightmare home loan.
That is, that's crazy.
Can you, what would
welcome baby Joe into the new world.
Yeah, your father's in debt. Y'all are living in a cardboard box. Because he has an $8 million,
But that's great. Like, so there was just pure negligence on his part.
Oh, yeah. And that was...
Some of these baby gender reveal parties can get quite elaborate, I've seen. Well, here's the thing. Okay, I don't really have an issue with gender reveal parties. I think have at them if you want to have them.
They're stupid. I'm sorry, they're stupid.
Well, actually, so I don't mind them. I do personally think they're kind of like, okay, whatever. Like, they're not that... There's
# wave your freak flag.
I think honestly, like, it's cool to know the gender of a baby. Like, okay, if you want to do that, go have at it. Know the sex of your baby. But I just think it's too glorified.
Yeah.
I think it's just one of those things. I actually think it's kind of like weddings in that they're glorified. It's just another what's the word I'm looking for?
It's another marketing ploy.
Yeah, something to throw your money at. It's like making you feel anxious. Like, oh, I have to have a gender reveal party because everyone else I know does it, and so you get wrapped up into it.
Can you imagine the pressure? Okay, on average, $200 to $1,000 is spent on average for a gender reveal.
Whatever happened to just like baby showers? Well, I mean, well, now you have baby showers, and then you also have gender reveal.
It's like,
parties.
you know what? Just bake your own damn cake, and then be the color of the batter when you cut into it. Hey, it's
I guess I have
blueberry or strawberry.
I guess I have more of an issue with the fact that people may feel pressured into doing it because
because social media, everybody posts, and you got to keep up with the social media Joneses, that perfect Facebook or whatever family. But get this. I want to just get your reaction on it. Okay, Pamela Crimeyer was killed in Knoxville, Iowa on October 26, 2019, when an explosion meant to send pink or blue smoke sent shrapnel flying. The expectant couple had made this pipe bomb, basically. A pipe bomb. And a piece of metal had hit this poor woman. She's 56 years old, so she's 5 years older than me. And it hit her in the head. She was 45 feet away. She was 45 feet away when the pipe bomb exploded. And the actual pipe bomb landed 144 yards away. She was killed instantly.
She was killed in action.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to make light. Because this is somebody's life, but let me tell you.
No, that is terrible, though.
That is horrible.
Was this the mother-in-law?
I don't know. She was.
Oh, you better hope it wasn't the mother-in-law.
No, I guess
divorce is on the way.
She was actually, I guess, somebody who was invited to the... I've been invited to one gender reveal, and I'm like, hell to the no. I don't want to go anywhere near those. And now in the age of Corona, thank God, because it's like, I can always say, ain't having it. I don't want to get Corona.
Yeah.
But yeah. And then, also... another explosion at another party.
What the heck is with all these explosions?
It was. I don't know exactly.
Are they watching DIY or something?
The
DIY channel. How to make your own pipe bombs for a gender reveal party.
Yeah, let's go up. Gender reveal on a budget.
Here on HGTV.
On a budget, okay, Joanna and Chip Gaines.
Hey, I love them. I love Joanna and Chip.
You want to shiplap? You want to shiplap that pipe bomb?
Oh my God. So what was going on? What's happening?
Another party in Iowa, same Iowa, thankfully, which did not result in death, had another bomb exploded at okay, nobody died, but the explosion was so powerful that homes 2 miles away...
They felt the blast.
Whoa!
Like, who the hell just ripped a big one? Like, at least that's what I'd be saying. Like, Mom, did you just rip a big one? In the next room. Oh my God. But how far away?
2 miles.
God, that's a long time. That's a long distance.
That's
literally what I can run. I run about 4 miles a day, like just jogging. So that's a pretty long distance.
Can you imagine you're just jogging along, 2 miles, all of a sudden whoa, is that an earthquake? No, it's just a gender reveal from,
oh my God.
From the Potters.
From the Robinsons next door.
They're having a baby.
Oh my God.
So another gender reveal party at an Applebee's in Ohio. It's like,
shout out to Applebee's.
Oh, and this happened last year.
When was the last time you've been to an Applebee's?
God,
It's been like, I think
It's been a hot minute.
I want to say like 6 or 7 years at least for me.
I'm sorry, I don't like Applebee's.
I mean, there's better options here in Texas.
You end up heading for the bathroom. I'm sorry, that stuff is nasty. I mean, hey, nothing against people that like Applebee's, but it just doesn't agree with my...
It's just not your thing.
Oh, gosh. Anyway.
That's cool.
So anyway, this manager had asked this gender reveal party participants.
Participant. The word of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Participant. Did you drink this episode? Did you have a little bit of wine? Be honest here. Let your listeners know.
I may have had a little sip of a margarita.
And you didn't even invite me over for some? Híjole. You see? Mm-mm.
No, actually.
This is a bad host right here.
Oh God! I don't know if I'm ever. No, that's okay. I think I'm gonna try to get through this episode without laughing my booty off.
Oh my God!
No, but no, the manager of this poor Applebee's, he has 20 of these participants to clean up after themselves because, of course, they had shot off a bunch of those poppers. Mm-hmm. The confetti poppers or whatever. Yeah. So they were, picking it up and then they were just like, over it. Yeah. Hashtag over it. And they begin hurling insults, throwing menus.
Wait. Wait, I'm so confused. So the gender reveal party already happened?
It already had happened.
And
luckily no pipe bombs.
Oh, this is the aftermath.
The after party.
Oh, and so they're having a little food fight almost, but with like the confetti popper stuff.
Well, no, they were told to clean, but they were just like, this is confetti. You're gonna be picking up little. I mean, just get a fucking broom.
Oh my God! You know what? First of all, I feel so sorry for them. I empathize. That must have taken a long ass time. Like, oh my gosh, you're right. Every little flipping speck of confetti, like just underneath the tables, on the seats and crevices. Oh yeah, I feel for them.
On top of that, they left without paying their bill for the food. Oh. And all the litter they left behind.
Wait, the gender reveal people didn't pay their bill?
They didn't pay their bill.
Oh my God.
And by the way, it was a boy.
Oh my gosh.
And of course, last year.
First of all, let's a little disclaimer.
Yeah.
For those of you who want to do a gender reveal party, don't do it at a restaurant, especially if you're going to have confetti.
Know.
Have sympathy and empathy for the waiters.
Go into a big empty field and do a pipe bomb.
Yeah. Just don't burn down half the state.
Half the state, because you're going to get an $8 million fine.
Oh God, that's horrible.
But last year, a couple in Philadelphia informed friends and family that they were expecting a baby girl by shooting off pink fireworks.
Yeah.
Well, everything was going pretty good, until the fireworks began to fall all over the place, and sending sparks flying into participants' faces.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they were because they had overdone it
Yeah.
with the fireworks. Overdone it.
They were getting sparks all over.
And they were getting spark. They were all looking up, and sparks started falling on their friends and families' faces. And they started running and screaming. Nobody was killed in the stampede with the sound of screaming. But a lot of people suffered mild burns.
Oh God.
Is there a cream for that? You can.
I mean,
is there
First Aid Beauty? They have a nice moisturizer that can heal that right up.
Gosh. Well, Liberty, New York, an explosive device made by Chris Peckney and his brother Michael.
Is this another explosive device?
Intended to use at a gender reveal that would shower colored smoke, detonated early.
Oh my gosh.
Killing the soon-to-be dad. injuring his brother.
That's just sad.
I know. I mean, now that baby's gonna grow up with how I don't want to be flippant, but he went out with a bang. I mean, I'm sorry.
You know what? But
if I don't. Okay, you know what? It may be a little lowbrow to say he went out with a bang, but you know what?
This is like a learning moment.
It is. I mean, god dang it. Go out there, and what you should do is just, do what everybody else does. The nauseating, I'm happy, 50,000 wedding photos with 50,000 photos of your baby's sonogram.
Or like, keep it simple. Like those people who post videos, they have a big balloon. And then basically they pop the balloon, and they're like, "Oh, the confetti comes out." And
it's a safe explosive.
Yeah, exactly. It's rated G for the kids too.
It's not going to kill anybody.
And then also, whatever happened to just
might startle the mother, but I mean,
it may. But also, what about the cakes? You just slice the cake open. Oh, and look at the icing in the middle.
That's what Jenna, who started this stupid trend, she had inside was the frosting was pink. Mm-hmm.
I think that's better. I think people should just go back to the balloon popping or the icing in the cake. And actually, I did have a friend on Facebook who just recently posted a gender reveal video, and it was literally just her and her spouse, just them two in the kitchen, and they did the whole cake thing, and it was like, hey, you guys, and they posted it for all their friends on social media.
Yeah, okay.
I think that's perfect.
It's fine. It's, hey,
And they got to have a little cake afterwards for themselves.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, you can eat it.
It really is. It really is. People are just wrapped up in the whole, the social pressure, I have to get a video out, and I have to invite all these people, and I have to make it this big thing. I think that's where it goes a little wrong.
Well, let me tell you one more. In Cancun, Mexico,
Ooh.
A couple had hired a skywriter to fly and put "It's a Girl," which, they were there with friends and family, having a little vacay, and they were, at the water's edge. Everybody's like, oh, look, that's for you. And so they watched the skywriter write "It's a Girl." Everybody was like, yay, taking, all excited, video rolling. Literally, people were rolling video, getting the whole new parents' reaction because, of course, obviously.
Yeah, it's a big thing. It's
a
big
big
moment.
thing, yeah. And all of a sudden, the plane takes a nosedive video is, and you can find it online, as video is rolling, nosedives into the ocean, killing the pilot and the co-pilot. And you could hear them in the video going, oh my God. I mean,
that's terrible.
I mean, can you imagine being psychologically traumatized?
Watching something like that go down?
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's like, once again, you could have said, I'm pretty sure the money that they spent on the skywriter
could have gone to the child's
college fund.
College fund, yeah.
Yeah, or to, an account for them to buy their first car when they get old enough. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's really stupid, these gender reveal trends. I mean,
it's stupid how elaborate they get.
Yeah.
Where it starts to go into
pipe bombs seems to be the number one choice.
Yeah,
obviously,
literally.
Pipe bombs, because another pyrotechnic pipe bomb used in Southern California burned 22,000 acres, killing a firefighter. Nobody else, just the firefighter. And first of all, California is always up in flames.
Yeah, especially in California when they have forest fires year round.
Oh
God! Please stay away from the fires and the pipe bombs and stuff, especially in California. That's another thirsty state, as it is. That state needs some water.
Well, that kind of got me thinking about these other trends that have been going around. You've got your ice bucket challenge, and when this ice bucket challenge first came out,
that was nice.
I mean, okay, for ALS, okay,
but at the same time, you could have just given the money to ALS.
I know, instead of sitting there and looking like a fool, everybody could make fun of you with a wet, with an "oops, I have a wet T-shirt" moment. Luckily, you're wearing the same color bra.
I think I saw this one video of a guy doing the ice bucket challenge, and he was just in his swim trunks. The person ends up dumping the ice water on him, and the force of the water was it came down on him so quickly that it pulled his panties down. Or his swim trunks. And he had nothing on underneath. It was hilarious.
So he was wearing board shorts.
Yeah.
Well, okay, you think that that's hilarious? Did you know? Because, okay, I didn't know about some of these trends that were going on. I mean, I've heard about planking, which of course has cost a lot of lives. That was around planking, okay? I mean,
I've seen people planking on the escalator rails that move, and so they kind of the escalator rails carries them down. I've seen people get injured there.
I mean, if you're dumb enough to think that you can do that safely and not risk injury, then maybe you can take that as a learning moment for you. But there's something called the boiling water challenge. Have you heard of that?
I've seen.
Oh my God! You actually have seen?
I've seen. If it's the story that you're going to tell, I think I've seen this one.
Well, no, this is just talking about how, like the ice bucket challenge, there's actually a boiling water challenge where this actually has people dumping buckets of boiling water on themselves for likes.
Yeah, and actually, so there was a video then I saw, and it was this girl, I believe, who ended up getting boiling water thrown at her, and she was screaming in the video, like just blood-curdling scream. Police got involved, and yeah, she ended up suffering like third-degree burns. That's stupid.
Did she ask for this, or they just decided to?
I think she didn't. I think that's why police were involved. I mean, obviously, like, because she was
an unwilling participant.
She was an unwilling participant. She had no idea this was coming, and they just dumped the hot water on her, the boiling water on her. And yeah, she was screaming. It was caught on video, and she had third-degree burns. And she sued, I think, or she called the police and pressed charges. I would have too. Because you're marred for life.
Oh, gosh. My goodness. Well, did you know that there's something called this is the most recent one, the 48-hour missing challenge?
The 48-hour missing challenge?
This is actually, it's all the rage.
Maybe I'm getting too old.
Well, yeah, me too, because this one actually said it started in 2019, and it's really still going strong. Actually, it originated in Western Europe. Of course, those Europeans. Over there, it's called the game of 72. So over there, it's 72 hours that you're missing.
What?
So what happens is teens are challenged to abduct themselves for 48 hours.
Abduct yourself.
Well, no, basically you just
go missing.
You go missing.
Yeah.
Don't tell anybody that you're disappearing. Of course, put your family and friends through trauma, the wonder, the whole gamut of fear and everything, and and then all of a sudden you just reemerge, and this is all done. And first of all, in hopes of getting their images, while the family is thinking that they've lost their loved one,
they get notoriety.
And then all of a sudden they reemerge. And of course, because and your loved ones are like searching for you and pleading. Oh my gosh!
No, it's not. So that one I am curious about, because it's what's the story, or what do you do once you emerge back into the public?
Well,
I mean, are you supposed to, is part of the challenge that you have a story, like, I got lost, or
it's as simple as it is stupid. According to the social circles that when they, I guess, accept these challenges, there's whispers of a point system that's awarded to you, and
so basically a point system, as in, okay, so the base point, I'm sure, is you do the 48-hour missing challenge, but then it goes higher up, like if you create a story around it, or if you go further than the 48 hours, or like in how you were found.
Exactly.
That's messed up.
But I mean, during the whole thing is you're traumatizing your family. I mean, because you don't tell them anything. I mean, let me tell you, if y'all had ever done something like that to me, the minute y'all shut up, I would have been putting you in the ground myself. I would have been like, oh hell no.
You would have been the Hispanic mom hugging me in front of the camera. Is like, oh, I'm so glad you get. But then right up to my ear, cabrón, when we get home.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And now this one I heard.
I would never do that to you, Mom.
Well, I thank you. This one I heard when y'all were young, because I remember, I don't know if you remember me telling y'all
this was a challenge back in your day?
excuse me, in your day, because y'all were young. And I remember going hysterical when it's the choking game. Where it was called the choking game. And what happened was teenagers were choking themselves to induce this high. And then they would, and then they would, of course, basically bring themselves back from the dead, and it was like a form of self asphyxiation.
Yeah,
and it produced the whole
like endorphins and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And a lot of people, it was known hashtag the pass out challenge or the choking game.
Yeah,
and
or what something it was called Space Monkey.
Yeah, Space Monkey. It was another.
Now I remember.
I remember I had come home after hearing about this, and I was like, telling y'all better not do this because and you were like, Mom.
And this wasn't even like a sexual thing. This was just like that's
not autoerotic.
Yeah, it's not that. It was just basically hold your breath by having somebody or something choke you. Yes. And get that high from it.
Exactly. But this and then so
people will try to get high off of anything.
Well, there's also another one called the cinnamon challenge.
Oh yes, I actually did
You've
this one.
heard of this one?
Well, if it's the cinnamon challenge, I'm thinking
of. What do you think?
So, Connor and I did this one.
What?
Well, hold on. This, like I said, this is if it's the one I'm thinking of, where you get a tablespoon of cinnamon and you eat it, and that you try to swallow it whole.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Oh my God, you did it?
Yeah. Why? What's wrong with the challenge?
Well, it's actually caused people to get scarring in their lungs and died of asphyxia because it's actually the CDC says it's actually very dangerous because cinnamon coats the throat, and eating it without liquid can result in irritation of the mouth, throat, and lungs and induce choking. And this actually killed a child in Kentucky. Yes, exactly. Yes. So and you said yours was only a tablespoon?
Yeah, mine was only a tablespoon. I mean, I wasn't able to ingest the whole thing, but I did get some of it down.
Oh my goodness.
Wait. So wait. So, but see, the thing is, the difference between these people who are doing it and me doing the challenge was that it was basically just Connor and I in our home. We weren't videotaping this. This wasn't being sent to social media. This was just to try it for ourselves. Like, this wasn't for likes or whatever the thing was at the time, views. It was just for
really
personal enjoyment.
Well, have you heard of the duct tape challenge? Now, this one is stupid. I mean, they're all stupid, but I mean, I'm like, really? What? These kids, do they have anything better to do with who thinks of these things? The duct tape challenge. I was like going, okay, what is this all about?
So, wait, let me see if I can think of what it is.
Yeah, if you can kind of imagine what the duct
tape challenge. Is this where it involves a victim, right? Does it involve like a person who's being taped to something? Yeah,
well, I wouldn't call them a victim. It's actually the person that's got their friends.
So, but but clearly everyone's a willing participant. But yes. The victim in that it's the one being done to.
Yes.
So, are they being duct taped to a wall or something?
Yes, they're being duct taped to a wall, or they're and their hands and feet are bound, and the challenge is to escape the tape. It's like some kind of it's some kind of poor man's escape room,
like a spider web or something. Yeah.
And some people,
poor man's escape room.
I'm telling you, just go in and bum $25 for the escape room. 60 minutes. But yeah, some people attempt daring stunts to free themselves, while others will end up being trapped for hours. Mm-hmm. And in 2016, a Washington teen attempted this challenge while their hands and feet were bound and fell to the ground, smashing their face in a corner of a window, then on the concrete floor. And of course they lived. Oh my God. But it resulted in literally a busted eye socket and an aneurysm. 48 staples to their head.
Oh, I can't even, like, I don't even want to think about that. That's too...
Yeah.
It's squeamish. I don't like it.
I mean, can you imagine 48 staples in your head and a busted socket? Apparently, a busted eye socket, you're going to be looking funny for the rest of your life.
For real.
You're going to have that wonky.
That Forrest Whitaker eye.
Oh my God. Do you think he suffered a busted eye socket when he was
I don't know.
I mean, you know, I always
No
wondered.
hate to Forrest. We love him. He's a great actor.
He's a great actor, but I wondered. I actually go, and the one guy from that from
A Knight's Tale. A
Constantine-
Knight's Tale?
No, Constantine.
Oh.
The guy, he was in Constantine. He was also in Identity.
I was thinking of that other guy, the evil guy from A Knight's Tale, the one that was like the.
Oh,
He
yes,
has that-
Rufus Sewell.
He has that weird eye
He's
too.
got that weird eye,
Wonky
Rufus. No, but the one. Okay, this is. I mean, you know, this is. Hey, this is. You know, this is real life. We go off on tangents. But the guy that I was thinking about in the movie
Constantine?
No, okay, he was in Constantine. He was the one that stabbed himself. He was trying to drink everything. He was trying.
Peter Stormare?
No, not Peter Stormare. It was the priest, the fat priest, bald headed, that was that went into the convenience store, and there was, you know, Beelzebub or whatever was there.
I can't think of it.
Well, okay, have you seen The Cell?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, Vincent D'Onofrio?
No, not Vincent D'Onofrio. In The Cell, this guy, he is one of the. I guess he's God, what's his name? He was in there. His eyes, they move a lot.
Oh,
the guy, he's got a bald head.
Oh yes, I know who I honestly don't know the actor's name, but he's been in a lot of things.
And his eyes are always.
They're always jittery.
Yes,
Yes.
and it's a real condition. I mean, hey, he can make a living. I mean, he's been in a few movies. That guy's making some good bank.
He's literally been in like a minor and in some movies. A lot of the indie films I've seen him in, like major characters that he's played.
But Forrest Whitaker, I wonder what's wrong with his eye. I think I googled it one time.
I'm gonna have to call him up and ask him.
It's like lazy eye. He's got a really
actually.
bad
I'll call him up right now.
Hey Forrest, what's up with your eye? Now, have you heard of the salt and ice challenge? And apparently, it's actually dangerous.
The salt and ice challenge. Well, I can imagine how it would be dangerous because salt actually increases or lowers the temperature of ice.
Okay, well, you're on a thing there. Apparently, this went viral on TikTok. Those damn TikTokers. I'm telling you.
Hey, I have a TikTok.
But
my stuff is very tame.
Exactly. Well, apparently, there's an intense reaction that creates potential burns. Like you said, that as a
like an ice burn?
Yeah, like an ice burn.
Yeah.
And I'm like, really? I mean, come on. I mean, yeah, it's not life-threatening, but...
It's just something you're going to end up paying for it because you're going to end up with an injury, and it's like, ugh, why even bother?
Well, also, that you remember the movie with Sandra Bullock, The Bird Box?
Oh, I've never seen that one.
Oh, God.
Hold on. There's a lot of... what am I trying to say? There are a lot of movies that get so hyped up, and people are like, "Oh, you gotta watch it," and that's when I don't want to watch something. So when people are like, "Oh my God, you have to watch Game of Thrones. It's such a good show."
Hey, I like Game of Thrones.
No, I like Game of Thrones too.
And
but
Handmaid's Tale. You still haven't seen Handmaid's Tale.
I haven't seen Handmaid's Tale, but Game of Thrones was one of those ones that people were like, "Oh, you have to watch it. It's such a good show," and I was like, "Okay, it probably is." But I never watched it during the time when it was always being hyped up. So I actually got into it when it was like season 6 was out. And then that's when I started watching season 1.
Okay, so at least you...
But I liked it. So Bird Box, basically going back to Bird Box, it was one of those movies where it's just like, I'm going to wait for it to die down and then I'll watch it.
Well, the whole premise is her and her kid are trying to escape these monsters by basically... covering blindfolding themselves. Mm-hmm. And it's a horror movie, and
it's basically a horror. It's basically a story about breaking the piñata. It's just a long, drawn-out movie of, okay, kids, find the piñata.
The piñata is actually not stationary. You have to.
You have to go. You have to follow it and find it.
It's a moving piñata. Yeah, well, apparently, once again, viral videos and stuff, people with unwanted injuries because, and the one that really got me was a 16-year-old in Utah nearly killed herself when she decided to do the Bird Box Challenge by blindfolding herself and driving. Okay? It's
like at that point, it's not even funny.
Driving by Braille? I mean, what you're waiting for the car to go on those little... Okay,
trying to read the lines. But honestly, like that one's really like that's not even fun. It's not. It's to the point where it's like now you're endangering other people, and that's not cool.
I mean, it's yeah. And I'm just like I was like, once again, where are the parents of a bunch of these teens? I mean, apparently, I know that you can't keep your kid under lock and key.
Well, we did.
Well,
because you had to. You wanted us out the house, but we didn't want to.
I know. I mean, and that was a good thing. I mean, that to me, that was a good thing. But I mean, oh my gosh! I mean, these kids, parents don't know about their children nowadays.
Yeah.
And it's all social media. They're too busy. I mean, literally, I've seen, families at restaurants when we've gone out to eat, and every single one of those family members is buried in their phone. Nobody is talking to each other. The only sign of life you get is when the food arrives. But I mean, and then of course and I mean, I do it myself too. I take a photo of the food, but then all the camera, the phone comes out and they're taking, don't eat yet. Don't eat. They're taking photos of each other's food and stuff. And by the time it's time to eat, the food's cold.
I don't have so much of an issue with that. I have more of an issue going back to what you were saying of like not knowing where your kids are at. I have actually seen in my neighborhood, on occasion, I've seen
babies.
No, but yeah, essentially, like I want to say that maybe they're 7 to 10 years old, maybe 12.
Wandering the streets?
No, not wandering the streets, but these two kids, a brother and sister, are riding a 4-wheeler in our neighborhood, and I'm like, where the hell are the parents? Yeah. Like you're literally not watching your kids 4-wheeling. That can end up in a house. They can end up in someone's car,
or
they
get hit by another car.
Or they can get hit by another car, and you're literally letting your kids like run around the neighborhood.
I mean, those things are like it's basically a moving projectile.
And you know what the gag is that if I were that neighbor to be like who found the parent or or would say something like, hey, you need to make sure you're telling your kids to stay in the area, or you need to make sure you're watching your kids because they're over here 4-wheeling. Oh, you better believe those parents will be like, you can't don't ever talk to my kids like that. You don't. Yeah. And it's like, lady, you literally have kids 4-wheeling in a neighborhood unsupervised, and they're the who shouldn't be driving.
And yeah, exactly. And then they're the first ones that when God forbid something were to happen, crying and why me? Why?
It was God's plan.
Hey, consequences, you do this and if you allow your children to go unsupervised driving a heavy equipment. I mean, it's basically machinery. It's heavy machinery.
It's a weapon.
It's a moving projectile.
That's why you literally can. I think they have it called manslaughter.
Vehicular manslaughter.
It's a weapon.
It is. So you've got your 7 and 10-year-old. Maybe he's 12. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. He doesn't have the right to you take him to the DMV and let's see if they give him a license. I guarantee you they're going to say no. So, yeah, I think there's some kind of... I mean, there has to be some law out there about driving a vehicle like that. They're considered recreational?
They're considered recreational vehicles, but still, even let's say, because we're in Texas, and so there's lax laws on a whole bunch of stuff that I'm like, really? You can do that? But
I mean, you can still ride in the back of a truck around here.
Yeah, but going back to that thing right there is... They're probably, and I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, there probably is nothing saying, oh, you technically can't get in trouble for riding a 4-wheeler around at the age of 12. we're not saying that you can do it, but there's nothing saying that you can do it. But still, it's like you have to, there's a line somewhere, and you have to know, okay, do I want to put my own kids in jeopardy and allow them to ride this vehicle?
Jesus Christ, man.
Unsupervised at that?
I would not. I mean, and you know, a lot of it is, unfortunately, I was a single mother of 2 boys, and, you know, a lot of mothers, you know, I mean, not all, you know, don't come at me with hate, but, you know, there is some mothers out there who, they don't, you know, as long as the kids are out of their hair.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, hey, go, you know, have at, I've got to.
Let me have my me time.
Let me have my me time.
Well, here's the thing with being a parent, though. There can be me time, but it's never really me time. It's a 24/7 job.
Yeah. I mean, you gave birth.
You have to be on those kids 24/7.
Oh my goodness. I think I remember one time.
What did I do?
I think it was you who said, and you just like, you know what, Mom, why I came out gay, because you scared me off of women. You were too overprotective. And I'm like, what kind of a thing is that to say to your mother?
You were Bobby Boucher's mom incarnate.
Oh my God. It's the devil.
Women are the devil. Aren't you a woman?
Well, see?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but, oh God. Like I say, you know, and if y'all are some of these people out there that are into these trends,
just be careful.
I mean,
well, not even just be careful. Like, no, have some common sense, first of all.
God.
But, I mean, if you're going to do a gender reveal party, just
don't use a
careful.
pipe bomb.
Don't go DIYing something you find off the internet.
I know that YouTube, you can learn a lot of stuff, but I wonder, I need to look up YouTube.
Know your limits. That's another thing. Know your limits.
Yeah, and for fuck's sake, man. I mean, don't spend all that money.
And don't kill your mother-in-law.
Don't kill other people. I mean, you know, save yourself the hundreds of dollars it's going to cost you to rent that Skyrider. I mean, put it towards the kids' college fund, you know. But yeah, aside from
those
that,
were all some pretty good topics, I want to say.
Oh, I really, you know,
some really interesting stories.
I mean, and all this you can go and look it up online. Nothing was made up, but let me tell you, yeah. As always, everything will be in the show notes. Of course, you can always contact me at mishmashsoup214@gmail.com. You can always give a like and a follow to
The Classy Queer, all one word, at Instagram and TikTok.
Yes, hopefully you won't be doing anything stupid on TikTok.
I do makeup related stuff, so anything beauty related, beauty inspiration, makeup tips, go ahead and follow that.
No pipe bombs involved, right?
Yeah, no pipe bombs here, girl.
Until then, thank you, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.